We are now getting to lesson 1, exercise 6, funnels and ellipses, or ellipses and funnels. I think the second one's the right one. Anyway, I've noticed some improvements on my line and ellipse drawing ability. Everybody learns at their own pace. It seems like my pace is slow. But I'm getting there. I keep tugging away, and I keep practicing whenever I can through some lines and ellipses. Also, I've noticed that this is taking a little longer than I had originally planned. I thought by now I'd be in lesson 2, but life gets in the way. So let's talk about life. If you're an artist, that is something that you have to deal with as a hobbyist or an amateur, also as a professional. And when you're a professional, you have to deal with your schedule and life head on, man, because you gotta eat. As an amateur artist, I tend to be a little more relaxed with my schedule than I am when I actually did work art full-time. But I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, and I have brothers and sisters. So a lot of times while I'm helping somebody out or dealing with a problem here at home, I tend to lose myself, and before you know it, it's been a day, 2 days, a couple days, week, sometimes a month before I get any art related endeavors taken care of. I deal with it as it comes. I know that it's not the end of the world if I'm a little late, unless I have a commission. At that point, I tend to be a little more strict, make myself a schedule, force myself to spend a couple hours doing what I'm supposed to be doing at a time. But when I'm in between projects, it's a little more relaxed. How do you deal with it? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get started with the lesson. Hello, my name is Rick Bonilla. Thank you for spending a little time with me. As I was reading the lesson, I understood that this is all hand-drawn, but the OCD in me just wouldn't let it be, and I gave in to the dark side. Yes, I went ahead and made a template. If you're like me and like to have the measurements of the template, I've posted them right here for you to see. And now we can keep going on to the lesson. With the template already made, I went ahead and put 2 funnels per page. I know the homework only calls for 1, but why not? Let's do 2 pages. I still went ahead and did it by hand, incorporating a little bit of exercise 1 into this. Once I had everything drawn and ready, I started with the lesson. Take a look. Here's where all your artistic ninja training comes in hand, because the first ellipse is always the egg you crack. I went over it a second time to make it a little more presentable. The second ellipse came out fairly decent. I was pretty happy with the third one. I need more practice on the bigger ellipses. Definitely do. Overall, for the first page, I was happy with this one. Overall, the second page did not come out bad at all. While I was drawing it, I was stressing out because I felt like it was the worst thing I've ever done. But once I took about an hour or so and took a look back, it's not as bad as I mentally thought it was. I am looking forward to part 3, boxes, but I will continue working on my ellipses just like I have been working on my straight lines. Well, we're reaching the end of the video. If you like what you saw, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. Once more, my name is Bonilla, and thank you for spending a little time with me.